Alright, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna have a little rant about what I don't like about the game, because it's not much in the grand scheme of things. If I'm really honest with you guys, um, like it's a great game, but there's just so many, like it's just little things, I guess, like because I got the game when it first launched. Like when it first launched, it needed a bit of balancing. 'Cause no game is like just set in its way. Every game nowadays needs to be continually updated, which is a bit frustrating. But so I got it within the launch window. I actually got it I think I got it for my birthday. But yeah. Anyway, so stuff that I really hated is the way that they're just gating you from progressing in terms of getting the outfits and stuff like that. All your outfits are always loot boxes, like you always get them in random intervals, and it's going to be a random item that you're going to get. And I really hated the crypt, just the amount of grinding that you need. And that kind of stuff just really put me off. So it's like, they have Revenant characters, so Revenants are zombies from the Netherrealm. If you're into the games, you'll know what I'm talking about. But so essentially, it's like a zombie version of these characters, or undead, kind of not zombie. Like they're still technically alive, but either way. Point is, like in the last game, these characters, like their Revenant forms, you could, like if you just wanted to play the game, you could choose their Revenant form, or you could choose their normal, original human form, right? And in the last game, like, their original human form wasn't in the story at all, like, as a major part, so there was no reason to play them in that form. But in this game, the story revolves around, like, the Revenants, because it's all about time travel and shit. The story revolves around the Revenants and the human forms of the same people clashing against each other. So like, I don't get why that's stuck behind loot boxes, and that's something that like really ticked me off. Yeah. The other thing I think is that the customization has just gone way too far. So instead of like in Mortal Kombat X, everyone had 3 separate forms. So you had, technically every character was 3 separate characters. And that was cool because you had preset moves, preset combos, and each thing let you just kind of, it gave you options within that certain skill set. In this game, you just have to pick and choose from a list of things, and I guess from one point it gives you more flexibility to create the character and the playstyle that you want, but from another point, which was my problem with like Marvel 3 and even Marvel 2, is that like it gets to a point where you just have too much options. I'm spending more time customizing like the characters in my game than I am playing as the characters in my game, and I think that's a big issue. That's a really big issue. The next thing that I didn't really like is the crypt. I thought the crypt was freaking crap. Like, they're trying to incorporate things from like previous games where they had the crypt and they had conquest mode, and they were 2 different things. Now they're just trying to make it like one thing, whereas like you travel around this world that's in the Mortal Kombat universe, but you have to open up things with your chests. Like, I get it, Netherrealm, you're trying to do this whole more expansive thing, but even then, like, all the treasure chests that you open in the crypt now are loot boxes. Like, they're not, like, when they introduced the crypt in Deadly Alliance, you had your different currencies and your different things, and you just grinded to get the coins for the crypt. And in every coffin that you opened up, or chest, I guess it would be in this, was alphabetically coded, and in that alphabetical code was specifically like one thing, and you kept it that way, right? So it was mad. So it was this gigantic thing called the crypt, and you had 26 rows by 26 rows of coffins. So, and then you just open up, and you unlock everything that way. That was cool, and in that, they also introduced Conquest, which was a mode that let you learn how to play as every character in the game, right? And then that changed like in the next game, Conquest mode became an actual part of the story mode, where you use Shujinko, whatever. And then the game after that, Conquest, became like an actual beat 'em up game, where you use a guy named Darius, and I think it was Darius, Darius was this other dude. I don't know. It's one or two like demigod guys, and you go in and you start learning extra powers, and that was Conquest mode. Now, like, I understand that like NetherRealm, you want to expand, but I want to say pick one, pick the other. Don't do both. You know, do not do both in one form. Like, if you are gonna mix them together, do it right. I feel like Armageddon did a better job than MK11 in this aspect, to be honest. And like, if you play Conquest mode in Armageddon, it's pretty jank. Like, it's not something really, like, I guess it kind of is something. It was something to be celebrated at the time, but like, you know, if we go back to it now, it's pretty jank. So also, like, getting this at launch, I want to say, like, if you listen to Maximilian, dude, he's like, oh yeah, they're trying to make this game like MK2, and that's why, you know, that way, mirrored controls. And that's why they put the 11 in the middle, like the 2 in MK2, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, but in reality, I kind of feel like, if we go into this, yeah, what are we doing? MK9, like for the PS3, Xbox 360, that was like the Mortal Kombat trilogy. Like, even in terms of the way you played and mixed up your combos and did everything, like, it was very easy to get into, very much like, you know, the original Mortal Kombat trilogy. Then 10 was a lot more like Mortal Kombat 4, where you, like, it just introduces new stuff that, like, you hadn't seen at that point in time. And some of the new stuff is good, some of the new stuff is bad, but they introduced the new stuff, right? And yeah, this, instead of seeming like Mortal Kombat 2, with this, like, all this extra stuff that they're putting in, it just makes it feel like Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. I'm gonna say more so like Deadly Alliance, where they took all the stuff, you know, from Mortal Kombat 4. Like, in Mortal Kombat 4 you had weapons, and then in Deadly Alliance you didn't just have weapons, you also had two separate fighting forms, right? So in this, they've gone, alright, not only have we made two separate default fighting forms for you, but you can choose how you want to fight on top of that, and mix and match and do thing, and just throw everything in the kitchen sink into this mechanic. When I really feel like if they spent a little less time on giving everyone special moves, and more time on just perfecting the gameplay, like from the start, it would have been much better. Like MKX's 3 things per character, like 3 playstyles per character, was something that was cool and fun, but in my opinion, I always found it as like a crux. I thought that we would have been better off, like, they spent all this time in development to do all these extra playstyles that could have just been given to an extra character. You know, like an extra character with a similar moveset. Like Scorpion in that game had a Shinobi form and a NetherRealm form, and another form. And the thing is, at that point in time, he wasn't a demon anymore. He had his clan back. You get to use one of his pupils, Takeda, who unfortunately isn't in this game, which sucks. You know what I mean? So they could have given his NetherRealm form to a new character and said, alright, well, now this guy's the NetherRealm Spectre, because Scorpion is the leader of the Shirai Ryu. But I digress. But at the end of the day, and that's all I have to say about what I don't like about this game. So look forward to the rest of the review, guys, because the rest is going to be positive. Alright guys, so that was my negative commentary on Mortal Kombat 11. So just a little list of things that I dislike that I thought they could have improved or removed. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? Yeah, just be honest in the comments about it. Also, be sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and yeah, also be sure to watch the Mortal Kombat 11 review. I put it up just before this one, so yeah, be sure to watch both of these as a complete package, even though they are going into two separate playlists. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.